Spirit has a message for you. Let's see what it is. My name is Emery, and today we are going to see what special words the universe has for you. Spirit, what would you like our dear friend to know today? What is important and empowering? All right. Your first card is the Mother of Wands reversed. This is a very fiery, sort of bitter person who uses their passions to hurt other people emotionally. So there's someone like that in your life right now. We have the Strength card. This is a sign that you actually have the ability to overpower them. So don't be afraid that this person is going to get the better of you. You are able to really take control of the situation. The Strength card is a card of someone taming the beast. And the beast in this case is definitely the Mother of Wands here. I think of the symbol of the snake, the serpent in the garden, and then the lion that you often see in Christian imagery that represents God or Jesus or anything like that. And so this is definitely good versus evil, and you are going to come out on top. The third card here is the Eight of Wands. This is a card of things happening very quickly. So you getting the better of this person is going to happen soon if it's not already starting to happen. And that is a really strong indication that you're going to get your victory very soon, within days or even weeks from this reading. So that is very good news to hear. And if this is a person that you can't quite identify yet, they may have an influence on you that you don't even realize, but something you're doing is challenging them, even indirectly. And that is going to be how your life improves. The next card is the Two of Wands. This is about partnering with other people, planning together, or fighting another person. It's two passions meeting. And then we have the Five of Wands. This is play fighting. It's not quite as aggressive as the Five of Swords, which is also a card of loss, but this card does indicate someone losing some sort of competition. It's not as serious a competition. We have the Five of Pentacles. This is about coming out from the cold, being able to get resources again. So what these three cards indicate to me is that you have lost because of this person in the past. You were evenly matched, even if you didn't feel like it at the time. But now you are getting the advantage. And because of that, this loss is turning into their loss instead of your loss, and you're starting to gain from it. You may start to see tangible benefits, earning more money. So this could be someone at work or school, or it could even be a family member who is a real drain on your financial resources. It could also indicate anything else dealing with material concerns, like health, possessions, anything like that. But this card in particular is also about feeling an initial loss of spiritual and material unity, but then regaining it. So it could also be anyone related to your spiritual upbringing who may have used that to abuse you. This could also be a sign that you are figuring out how to determine your own pathway, and you're separating from that initial influence and coming into your own. So it's going to be one of those two things. The next card is the Four of Swords. This is the card of rest. And it does make me think of the Strength card from earlier with that Jesus and God imagery, because we have the lamb here with a sun on its forehead. And this is a sign that after this victory that you have, after this evenly matched situation where you finally get the advantage, you aren't going to have to work as hard. You may have been hearing in this reading that there's going to be this big competition and you're going to fight this person, right? And so you may be a little bit worried that you're going to have to keep fighting this Mother of Wands person, but that's not the case. You are going to get a permanent advantage over them, or at least so strong an advantage that you can take a vacation. We have the Five of Swords. This is about a loss. So I think in this case, the Mother of Wands, the Mother of Wands figure is going to lose so decisively. They initially thought fighting you and competing with you was a game, it was fun to them, but once they actually lost, they realized it was a much bigger situation than they realized. It was a blow to their confidence, and that's going to cause them to stop attacking you as much. They're going to realize they don't have power over you anymore. Here, this card is the Three of Swords reversed. This is about overcoming heartbreak and welcoming the clarity of a bad situation. So I do think that to some degree, this Mother of Wands figure is going to realize that they wronged you. Now, it's probably going to take them some time to completely redeem themselves and truly understand what they did, but something about this loss is going to make them reevaluate their life, and they're going to start thinking of how they hurt you and realize that they were at fault. So you're not just getting a victory where there is this cessation of hostilities, you're also going to get vindication, and that the person who wronged you is going to accept that they have wronged you. Not just that they lost, but that they truly wronged you, and they need to reconsider what they are doing with their lives. So let's shuffle the cards one more time and ask the universe, Spirit specifically, what you should do after this victory. Spirit, what would you like our soul friend to do after this victory? How should they move forward in life? All right, this card is the Four of Pentacles reversed. This is about not being so traditional, not being so structured. It's about being willing to give up your tightly held protections. I do think because of this Mother of Wands person, some part of you has been too afraid to take risk in life. And because of that, you've not been able to pursue the opportunities you wanted for yourself. Then we have the High Priestess reversed, which is about not being in tune with your intuition. And I think one thing you need to realize is that this whole situation could have been improved by being more in touch with your spiritual practice. Now, this doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money. It doesn't mean that you need to buy special tools, but it does indicate that you need to do something extra or go in depth. If you don't have more time, then try to focus more. Maybe make sure that you have a regular meditation practice or start some sort of new project. And that may seem like it doesn't directly contribute to your happiness and well-being, but I think your lack of willingness to take risk and pursue opportunities is reflected in your spiritual practice as well. You are just doing the same old. You were getting into a routine, and that routine actually isn't helpful. When it comes to spirituality, there's definitely an evolution of consciousness. You get better at it as you go along. Even if you're just meditating 5 minutes a day, if you are being very deliberate with it, you're being deliberate in your practice of meditation, you'll start getting more and more from it. Now, you're not going to have these dramatic improvements day to day, but you should be able to, over a few months, see that there is some sort of progress. And so definitely developing a regular practice of some sort and trying to get better at it is going to improve your life overall. It's a holistic approach to life. And there's actually, for example, a lot of scientific research that indicates having spiritual beliefs is really helpful. Having some sort of contemplative practice like meditation is very helpful. So definitely keep pursuing that. Do more than you currently are. Do something if you aren't doing anything regularly. And if you don't have more time, really focus on improving what you're currently doing to be even better. That way you are more focused. The third card here is the 10 of Swords. This is an end of a chapter. And so I do think as you are beating this Mother of Wands person, you're going to feel a little bit empty. And that's simply because the narrative of your life is going to feel a little bit less interesting. And that may sound weird because your life is getting easier, but suddenly you're more restless. And that is just because humans are anti-fragile. We like a little bit of conflict and difficulty because it pushes us to do more with our lives. But because you aren't dealing with this Mother of Wands person, you get to choose your struggle. And that struggle can be something that you actually want to do. And since this is so related to things affecting your material circumstances, you could pursue new job opportunities, new health projects. You could clean your home and really make it look like something you truly love, but definitely pick something that is a little bit difficult, not impossible, but a little bit difficult to focus on and overcome, because that is just going to help you move from this negative chapter to a positive chapter that you get to write. Here we have the 2 of Pentacles, doing more than one thing, infinite possibilities. So don't just pick one thing. Normally it is recommended that you focus on just one thing, but people can, generally speaking, do more than one project at a time. They can do up to 3 really, really well. It seems to be in the research. So try to identify 2 or 3 things that you would like to do that would have a positive effect on your life. One thing that comes to mind is the way people approach hobbies. If somebody doesn't have a hobby, what is usually recommended is to have 3 hobbies. One hobby that is good for your mental education, one hobby that is good for your physical health, and then another hobby that is creative. So just to throw out an example, someone could do yoga as their physical hobby, someone could read books as their intellectual hobby, and then their creative hobby could be something like adult coloring. It doesn't have to be super advanced, but that gives you an idea how you can do multiple things at once. And if you feel that those 2 or 3 projects are really difficult to do all at once, try to focus on process or the time you put in rather than outcome. For example, you're going to work on project A for 5 to 10 hours a week and project B just 1 or 2 hours, but it's really important that you do multiple things. Your soul is ready for more than one challenge. The next card is the 6 of Wands reversed. This is about not seeking glory. So I do think that you care almost too much about what other people think. And you should care a little bit. You don't want to not care at all, but you are so focused on what other people say and feel about you, and for good reason. That Mother of Wands person was quite awful, but you need to learn that their opinions don't have true power over you once you are able to assert yourself. And you're definitely able to assert yourself now or shortly in the future once you overcome this Mother of Wands person. So make sure your hobbies are personal. Don't set goals where you are looking for recognition. A lot of people, maybe they want to read like 100 classic novels, but they don't actually like classic novels. They just want to be able to post on their Facebook feed that they accomplished that goal. don't be so focused on goals that you share with other people. Focus on goals that really matter to you. And then your last card today is the Daughter of Wands. This is about exploration. And so I see this card as you starting to adopt all of the advantages that the Mother of Wands had that you were denied. You're not going to have it to the same level that that terrible person had or that difficult person, but you are going to start developing their advantages bit by bit, and you're really going to enjoy that. It's going to feel that you got total victory over this person. So definitely focus on personal goals, but know that Spirit is telling you you are getting total vindication in this situation. And that is all I have for you today, my soul friend. I wish you so many blessings. If you would like to book a private tarot reading with me, you can do so. There is a link in the comments. Otherwise, I can't wait to see you again.